What if AI could handle SMS conversations for you and qualify leads, book appointments, and follow up with them all on autopilot? Well, in this video, I'm going to show you how to do all of that from scratch. And we actually recently built a solution just like this for a client, which generated $220,000 in additional revenue in only 8 weeks. If that doesn't show you the power of a system like this, I don't know what will. So without further ado, let's jump into it and I'll show you exactly how you can build an n8n AI sales agent and integrate it into SMS. So let's go over the tech stack that we're going to use. Before we jump into the specific tools, SMS has a 98% open rate. I didn't know this before researching this stat, but 98% open rate really shows why having SMS AI agents is so powerful. What we're going to be using in this video is GoHighLevel, which centralizes SMS inside of your CRM system. So you're going to be able to see all conversations, all contacts there, and actually send SMS messages through GoHighLevel. This, however, is optional. I'm going to show you later how you can do it without GoHighLevel as well. The second element is n8n. This is where we're going to be building the actual AI agent. n8n originally is actually an automation tool to build workflow automations similar to Zapier or Make, but it recently added AI functionality, such as what you can see here on the screen. You can have an AI agent and you can actually hook it up to a ton of different things. Like, for example, if you want to use a different CRM, you can use HubSpot, you can use Asana, you can use Notion for task management. Whatever the case may be, n8n really does it all, and it's what we're going to be using in this video. And finally, there's no way around this, Twilio. Twilio is the #1 SMS provider in the world. They provide communication APIs for SMS, and they make it very, very easy to actually build this up. You can use it for voice agents, you can use it for SMS agents, and even WhatsApp agents. So it's what we're going to be using in this video, and I'll show you exactly how to use it. If you're using GoHighLevel, you won't actually need to directly use Twilio, but you can use Twilio through GoHighLevel. First things first, we're going to need to actually set up the SMS functionality in GoHighLevel, and you can use Twilio or the GoHighLevel lead connector for this. Now, in order to do that, just go to app.gohighlevel.com. If you haven't yet signed up, make an account, and you're going to have the agency level view. If you click on this menu in the top, you're going to see different sub accounts where you can have different clients, where you can have different projects of yours. But in order to actually connect it to Twilio, you're going to need to be inside the agency level of your account. So if it says agency dashboard, you're in the right place. You simply click to settings. Here, you're going to navigate to phone integration. And on this phone integration page, you're going to have two options. You can use the lead connector phone system, which is recommended by GoHighLevel, and it's probably the easiest way for you to get started. So if you just click on use LC phone system, it's going to walk you through the entire process. You're going to need to verify A2P, which is application to person messaging. So basically you verify your company that you're able to send SMS. Go through a couple quick setup steps, and you're going to get your phone number and the full Twilio integration directly through lead connector in GoHighLevel. So I would highly recommend going with this way. It is incredibly easy to set up. Alternatively, you can connect it to your Twilio account. To do this, you need to get your account ID, your API key, SID, all of that stuff. I'm not going to go into that in this video, and I might even make a tutorial video on how to connect GoHighLevel to Twilio directly in the future. So just join our free community. It's linked in the description down below, and once we do that, you won't miss out. Now, since I've already connected this, obviously, we're going to go ahead and skip this part, but you simply go ahead and set up LC phone system or connect to Twilio, and you can then, inside the sub account settings, actually link a specific sub account to a specific provider. So as you can see, I have the sub account here, which is called Emil YouTube Videos, and it is managed by Twilio. So we have it connected to Twilio, and we already have a number set up there. What we're going to do now as a next step is simply navigate over to the sub account. So we're going to click here, and we're going to select the sub account, which in this case is Emil YouTube Videos. Once you click on that, it's going to take you inside the sub account, and there you have everything that you need moving forward in this tutorial video. Now that we have SMS connected inside of GoHighLevel, we need to actually build out the SMS AI agent inside of n8n. And to do that, we're going to first set up an n8n webhook. So all we need to do is go into n8n. Right here, I have the sales agent. We have this available. Whatever I'm building out now is going to be available as a free template, by the way, in our community. So again, link in the description. You can download this template for free. What we're going to do right now is we have when a chat message is received, we have our AI agent here. If we click on this AI agent, we have a system message. I just made a simple system prompt. This is by no means perfect, but I built it out in the last video. We have context, style, instruction, script, objection handling and tools, which is kind of the framework that we like to use for AI sales agents. We then have it connected to OpenAI, an OpenAI chat model right here, where we simply connected the credentials and we can select the model. If you don't have OpenAI connected yet, you simply select the dropdown, you click on create new credential, and you simply enter the API key. If you don't know how to get your OpenAI key, it's very, very easy. Just go to platform.openai.com/API keys. You can sign into this account with the same email that you use for ChatGPT. And over here, you simply go ahead and create a new secret key, and you're going to use this secret key. Just name it, click on create secret key, and then you just go back to n8n and you paste it in here. On top of that, we also have window buffer memory, which is going to be the memory for your AI agent. Make sure that you set this to 10 is usually a good context window length, meaning that 10 back and forth conversation flows are going to be accessible to the AI agent as part of its memory. And finally, you can also add tools. For example, if you wanted to be able to send an email, you can go to the Gmail tool. If you wanted to update something else, such as, for example, Airtable or book a Google Calendar event, or anything else, you can add these tools right here. And then at the end, we have the respond to webhook, which is going to send the response back. Now, in this case, we actually need to remove the first part right here, which is when a chat message is received. This is great for testing your AI agent because you can go to chat and you can say hi, and you can simply have a conversation with your AI agent. You get the reply back and you can see exactly what the agent did, called the model, you can see the memory that it had access to, etc. But in this case, we're going to start to remove it. So for testing, this is great. But we now need to set up a webhook. So we're going to do webhook, which basically starts the flow when this webhook is called. We have a test URL right here, which we're going to be doing in a second. And we then simply connect that to the AI agent. So the webhook is going to trigger the AI agent, and we're then going to respond back to the webhook. And actually, if you want to build this without GoHighLevel, there are even Twilio nodes inside of n8n. So you could connect it directly to Twilio and send an SMS message by connecting the API from Twilio, and you can specify the number and the number that you want to send it to, and you could actually trigger it directly out of n8n without the need for GoHighLevel at all. So that's just a side note. Maybe that's interesting for some of you guys. So now that we have the agent set up, let's actually connect it in GoHighLevel. We're going to go to automations in a second, but before we do that, in order to complete the next steps, you're going to need to set up a contact inside of your GoHighLevel CRM. This is a test contact, so use your own phone number. I've set up a contact of myself, Emil Goat, with the phone number linked. If you don't have a contact yet, click on add contact, add the first name, the last name, add a phone number right here, and make sure to not check any of this. If you check any of this, it means that it's going to be do not disturb on those channels and you won't be able to send a message. Then just click on save and you'll be done with that section. Next, we go to automations. As you can see in here, I have a copy SMS agent. You're going to be able to find a template for this down below in the description in our free community. So make sure to join there to get the template. If we click on this workflow, you can see that it's a very, very simple workflow. We have the trigger over here for customer replied. Make sure to select that. And then we have a filter for the reply channel to be SMS. If you don't have this yet, you can click on add filter, search here for reply channel. In my case, it's not showing because I already have a reply channel set up, but you will be able to see it. And then you simply select SMS because GoHighLevel has a lot of different options: Instagram, WhatsApp, Facebook, email, phone call, whatever. So make sure to select SMS so that we have that working. Then go ahead and click on Save Trigger. The second step, once we receive the reply from the customer, is a custom webhook, which is going to trigger our n8n AI sales agent. Inside of here, it's very simple. We have the URL, which we get from n8n. I'm going to show you guys how to do that in a second. We then have a body, which passes the contact ID, which is going to be important so that the AI agent knows who it's talking to, as well as the message from the user. And later we're going to set up to save this response from the webhook. So we're going to do that in just a second. The final step then is to send back the SMS, and we're going to use the custom webhook response. So whatever the n8n agent sends back with the respond to webhook node, which is going to be the reply, we are going to send out as an SMS to the user. Now let's go to the custom webhook node and actually set this up. First things first, we need to go to webhook, click on test URL, and here there's a couple important things. You need to make sure that you select the HTTP method as post essential, and then you need to go to the respond field and select the using response to webhook node. You need to make sure that you select this, otherwise this whole thing is not going to work. We then go ahead and copy this test URL. We click on listen for test event. We go back into GoHighLevel. We paste the URL into here. We scroll down, we click on save response from this webhook. We select a contact to test. So you're going to select the contact that you just set up previously, and you're going to click on send test request. Now this is going to wait forever because it's waiting for a response back, but we're just going to go into n8n and we now have everything that we need to work. So as you can see, it was a success and we got an output over here with the ID and the message, which in this case is null because we didn't actually send a message to the phone number. So what we're going to do now with this is we're going to go to the AI agent. We need to make sure that we have source for prompt being the user message set as define below. For this, we're just going to delete whatever is here. For you guys, it's probably going to be empty anyways. And then we need to define the message, which is in the body and the message that we got from the user. So we're going to take this variable and we're going to define it in the text field. We are now done with this step. However, you need one more thing, and it's a little bit tricky to do, which is going into the window buffer memory and setting up the actual user ID, which is hard to do because you can't execute the previous node being the AI agent unless you have that set up. So now if I go, let me just save this. And for you guys, the window buffer memory is going to be empty, right? So if you go ahead and save this, and then you go here and you click on test step, it's going to show you an error in the subnode because it's missing the session ID. So what we need is we need this ID field over there. So I'm just going to copy it in here, and I'm actually just going to copy and remove this. And we're going to go back. We're going to click on window buffer memory. And here we're going to enter in the key. Make sure that you select expression and not fixed. So make sure you select expression and simply paste that in. And now you can actually go ahead and see that if we test this step, it's actually going to execute the node because we have set up the window buffer memory. And as you can see, it actually worked just fine. Now, if we click on AI agent, we can see that we got an output back, which is the response from the AI agent saying, great, what business are you in? Now, this is going to be the message which we actually want to send back in the respond to webhook node. So we click on the respond to webhook node. And in this case, we are responding with the first incoming item, which would be the output, which is fine. But we're actually going to do custom, and we're going to do simple text message body, and the response body is going to be the output from the AI agent, and make sure once again that this is selected as an expression and not fixed. Otherwise, it's going to send literally this. With the expression, it's actually going to send the variable from here, which is the message from the AI. So now we have everything fully set up. We just need to make one more change. We're going to go ahead and click on the webhook, and we need to go to production URL in the top. We're going to click on production URL, go back to GoHighLevel, actually go up here and paste in this production URL. You'll also notice that right now I'm unable to save this because we need to execute a successful test request for this specific contact. And now that we have the production URL here, what we can do is we can click on save and make sure that you toggle this to active. If you don't have it active, it's not going to work. So now that we have it saved, it's on active, and we have the production URL in here. We're going to go back down. We're going to click on test again, and we're going to select the contact to test one more time. Click on send test request. And if you can see it was a success, if we go into n8n and go to executions, we can see this execution right here where we got the message in from the user. The AI agent worked on it and provided an output. And then it responded to the webhook with the specific output item, which is the reply back from the AI agent. If we go into here, we can scroll down and we can see that we got the response back, which is the response body. And we're now going to be able to save this, go to the SMS. And what you can actually do here, for you guys, it's going to be easier this way. You can just go here, select custom webhook. The number 2 custom webhook is the one that we're using here. You can also rename it for easiness. And we're going to take the response. Okay, guys, I actually forgot to do some important things. Number 1, make sure that you publish this flow. You need to make sure it's published and click on save. And then inside the trigger, we actually needed to remove the second filter. So we had a second filter being phone number, and it was empty, which actually caused the flow not to trigger. So make sure that you delete this as well and save the trigger. But you guys have the template anyways. Make sure it's published and then just click on save. And we now actually have a working SMS AI agent a sales agent inside of n8n, which is successfully connected to GoHighLevel. Now let's actually do a live demo for this and actually show you guys the AI agent in action. So what we're going to do for this is we're going to go back to the workflow. We're going to go to conversations, or actually in your case, you won't be able to see conversations. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to contacts. We're going to select the contact that we just made, click on it. Inside of this contact, you will now be able to see that we have an SMS conversation going on right here. So the from number is the number that we previously set up with Lead Connector or Twilio. So this is the from number, and this is the to number, which is my test number. A little life hack is to use TalkU. So I'm not based in the US, but TalkU allows me to get a USA number. So what we're going to do now is I've copied the from number, which is the number that we got from Twilio. I'm going to go into TalkU. So here I'm simply going to go ahead and click on new message. Make sure that you select SMS up here. Then you need to enter in the phone number, make sure that there's no spaces, and click on compose message. It's now preparing the chat. And we have the number successfully linked. So now I'm going to say, hey there. We're going to be able to see in GoHighLevel that we received an SMS. As you can see, I just did a test, so it's working. I'm going to go to TalkU and I'm going to say, main challenges is my revenue is too low. I need help. We're going to go ahead and send this message. You're going to be able to see it actually shows up inside of GoHighLevel, which triggers the n8n flow. So if we go here to executions, we'll see it just popped up in new executions where you can see the message came in. We got main one is my revenue is too low. I need help. The AI agent processed a reply. Got it. That can be tough. It then responded back to the webhook with that message. And as you can see, we also sent out the message to the user inside of GoHighLevel. And that is the live demo. So I can now go back and forth, and it's always going to trigger this loop and keep going in the conversation. The same principle can apply for anything else. And I think I just received the message back also in TalkU. So we just got that message, and I can just go ahead and go back and say tomorrow 3 p.m. works. And as you can see, it's continuing the loop. This message is going to show up here in a second. Tomorrow 3 p.m. works. It's boom, perfect. I can schedule the call, right? And now the AI agent is scheduling the call. You may notice that right here it asked if I can share my phone number. However, it's via SMS, so it should already know the phone number. In order to fix that, we would simply go to automations, go back into the SMS agent, and we would need to add the phone number here as an additional value, or we can actually add it to the message body and just say, because all we need is the AI agent to know it. So we say user's phone number, and then we would simply add in a custom value, which can be for the contact, and it can be the phone. Remove those brackets over here, and then we can say user message and the message body. And then it would allow the AI agent, if for example here we want to add a tool for a Google Calendar event, where we want to create an event, we can add, for example, the phone number in this Google Calendar event so that when it's booked on the calendar, you can see the phone number in there. But that's something for another video in the future. And that is how you build an n8n AI sales agent. You connect it into GoHighLevel. It's working with SMS. There's a ton of options here. And now it's time for you guys to take some action. As I said, you can get the free template and the community by simply clicking the link down below in the description. We have templates, resources, not just for this video, but for all other videos on this channel over there as well. And if you guys need a custom AI agent setup and you want us to build a system for you, put it inside of your business and allow you to focus on more important things inside of your organization, then simply click the link down below in the description. It's omnifusion.ai. Schedule a call and we'll see if it's a good fit and if we can help you out. Leave a like on this video, subscribe to the channel for more, and I hope you have a great day.